Have you ever seen a clip like this?
Last year in April. This one is over the glove of Aroldis. Oneil coming home. And the tag is applied. And he is out. Ronald Acuña.
Well, that throw from Ronald Acuña was 92.7 miles per hour. That's really fast. That's actually faster than the average fastball from 20.8% of pitchers in the MLB this season. But believe it or not, that's not even Ronald Acuña's fastest throw.
Jackson Merrill driving in the game first run, and Machado motoring it around to get in.
Hey, this is what makes baseball so exciting. This is good stuff right here.
That throw was clocked in at a whopping 104 miles per hour. Wait, what? Only 3 pitchers and only 12 pitches have ever eclipsed that velocity. Surely that's the fastest throw from a position player.
He already saw Brandon Doyle throw out somebody earlier. He threw out Dalton Varsho. You don't want to run on this.
105.7 miles per hour from Brandon Doyle? Only a prime Aroldis Chapman has ever pitched faster than that, and he only did it once. To put this story into context, Aroldis Chapman has made over $176 million from his freakishly fast throwing. Brandon Doyle has made $3 million with a salary under $1 million. Why can't he just go onto the mound and become the second fastest pitcher in history? Well, there's actually a reason for this, and it might not be what you'd expect. What if I told you that 105.8 miles per hour is not even closest to Aroldis Chapman's fastest throw? But first, we have to understand how throwing velocity is calculated in the first place. MLB measures throwing velocity in essentially the same way whether the player is a pitcher or a position player. It is the speed of the ball at the instant it leaves the thrower's hand. Modern tracking systems like Statcast calculates this release velocity using high-speed cameras and/or the Doppler radar. The measurement does not depend on how far the ball travels, whether it was a strike or whether it was thrown in a line or in an arc. Only the speed at release. For outfield throws, Statcast reports the fastest velocity recorded at release during the throw. For pitchers, Statcast does the same thing on every pitch, reporting the peak speed at release. For both cases, the velocity you see is the direct measurement of initial ball speed, not an estimate based on distance or flight time. So when a position player is listed with a 105 mile per hour throw and a pitcher is listed with a 105 mile per hour pitch, the underlying velocity measurement is the same kind of measurement. The context of the throw is different, but the way the number obtained is not. So wait, this means that Brandon Doyle's throw was basically the same speed as Aroldis Chapman's. So why don't these position players pitch? Well, if you've watched baseball, you've probably seen this happen actually. Usually in blowouts, when a team doesn't want to burn its bullpen arms, a lucky position player gets a step on the mound. While this can lead to a lot of funny moments, it also offers plenty of real game chances to see what these guys can do when they actually stand on the mound. However, when position players actually pitch, something strange happens. The velocity just disappears. According to an MLB article from 2022, Charlie Culberson threw an inning for Atlanta and delivered the fastest pitch by a position player from 2017 to 2022. 93.7 miles per hour. But remember what we just saw, position players have been clocked at 104, 105, even 105 plus from the field. Yet the moment they step on the mound and throw like a pitcher, the hardest anyone has managed is only 93.7? I mean, same arms, same players, but as soon as they pitch, the speed drops by more than 10 miles per hour. Why is this? Well, to understand this, we have to look at Jack Caglianone.
Jack Caglianone stands in against Central Michigan.
Recently. Opposite.
Best chance to get a strike.
Regionals. 1-2. Bound 2-2. Weber strikes out.
Jack Caglianone is a rare exception to everything we've said so far. His max track throw from the field is 104.1 miles per hour, right there with Acuña and Doyle. But unlike most guys on the 104 plus list, he actually pitched in college in Florida. His velocity on the mound topped out at 99 miles per hour, which is obviously MLB level velocity. This makes him the perfect test case. If this guy can hit 104 from the outfield, why can't he also reach 100 from the mound? Well, there are a few answers, but the biggest one is the rules of baseball. The rules of baseball limit how pitchers deliver the ball. They have to start from the rubber, keep their pivot foot planted, and stay within a defined motion to avoid a balk. And for non-baseball fans who don't know what a balk is, don't worry, no one knows what a balk is. That means they don't get to take a running start, leap into the throw, or add extra momentum however they like. Outfielders, on the other hand, get a crow hop, a little hop step before the throw that converts forward momentum into extra velocity. This is the biggest reason we see position players routinely reach 100 miles per hour from the outfield. Going back to Jack's case, his missing velocity proves that the crow hop is doing real work. In Jack's case, about a 5 mile per hour gap. So no, Brandon Doyle is not at the level of Aroldis Chapman. But that begs the question, if Jack throws his 5 miles per hour without a hop, then doesn't that mean that Brandon Doyle or Ronald Acuña, both clocked at around 105, would probably also throw close to 100 if they pitched? Well, maybe, but probably not. I mean, for one, Jack trained both skills. Most players don't train to land on balance or locate pitches at 98 to 100. Jack actually did. Also, one crow hop is not a workload. A single 105 from the grass is not the same physiological demand as throwing 70 to 100 pitches in a game. If Acuña or Doyle could throw 100 on the mound, they probably wouldn't have the endurance to pitch that way for a full start or relief appearance. But anyway, Jack can obviously pitch very fast, but there are obviously faster pitchers. And this made me wonder, what if an elite pitcher decided to crow hop? How fast could they throw? Well, we've actually seen this a few times. Trevor Bauer once crashed down and threw the ball over the center field wall, showing just how much extra speed comes from a free full body launch. But we don't have any data on how fast that throws. We do in fact have data from Michael Kopech though. And yes, before you comment, I know the ball is 3 ounces rather than the standard 5 ounces, but 110 miles per hour is nothing to scoff at. Michael Kopech's fastest pitch was 102.6 miles per hour, which is insane, but 110 miles per hour is on a different level. But 110 is not the human limit. If Aroldis Chapman decided to, he could sling the baseball way faster. But before we get to that, we have to talk about some more limitations for pitchers. Pitching isn't just about arm strength, it's about precision. The average MLB strike zone is roughly 17 inches wide and 20 inches tall, and a pitcher has to hit that tiny rectangle on demand. Outfielders, by contrast, just need to get the ball close enough to beat a runner to the base or discourage a runner from advancing. Then, there's also frequency. A starting pitcher throws roughly 80 to 100 pitches in a game, while a reliever might throw 20 to 40. Outfielders, meanwhile, might only take 1 or 2 max effort throws in an entire game. That's why pitchers' arms are built for repeatable power under strict control, while outfielders can unload one perfect rocket and rest. If Brandon Doyle had to throw to home 80 times, he would not be throwing anywhere close to 105 miles per hour. And the goals are different too. Outfielders throw to win a single play, maybe to nail a runner at home or get a double play or discourage a runner from advancing. But pitchers throw to win a count, an inning, or game, executing a strategic plan continuously while keeping the ball near the strike zone. Being ahead in the count gives a massive statistical advantage. An 0-2 count increases the chance of a strikeout by over 20%. So pitchers are constantly playing a game of precision and strategy, not raw speed. Now that we've answered the question of why outfielders can throw so fast, let's take the fastest pitcher ever and see how fast he could throw if he were an outfielder. Aroldis Chapman needs no introduction. Since his MLB debut in 2010, the Cuban left-hander has redefined the limits of pitching velocity. His 105.8 mile per hour fastball thrown on September 24, 2010 remains the fastest pitch ever recorded in Major League Baseball history. Chapman's dominance is crazy. He's thrown 9 of the 12 fastest pitches ever recorded. Out of every single pitch ever tracked at least 103 miles per hour, 48.8% of them belong to Aroldis Chapman. Even in 2024, at age 36, he was still clocking 105.1 miles per hour. This just showcases his truly special talent. Aroldis Chapman is truly the gold standard for pitching velocity. The way he pitches doesn't even seem possible. I mean, according to sports science, most MLB pitchers uncock the forearm, which is the final snap of the whip, in about 0.07 to 0.09 seconds. Chapman does it in under 0.04 seconds. That's about twice the angular speed of everyone else. Okay, this is the fastest pitcher that's ever lived, we know that. But what if he wasn't pitching under pitcher rules? Let's use our friend Jack again for some calculations. His fastest pitch was 99 miles per hour. His fastest throw was 104.1. Throwing a 5-ounce baseball at 104.1 miles per hour would require 153.49 joules of force, whereas throwing the same baseball at 99 miles per hour would require 138.82 joules of force. This is around a 10% energy increase from a crow hop. What about Michael Kopech? Well, in the video where he threw 110 miles per hour, he actually threw a 3-ounce baseball, which kind of messes up all the calculations. However, another player actually managed to reach 110 miles per hour, but this time with a real baseball.
Come on, baby! Ready? 110.
That's Forrest Whitley, and his highest pitching velocity is 100 miles per hour according to his prospect ranking from 2023. The difference between his 110.6 miles per hour throw and a 100 mile per hour pitch is 31.6 joules and a 22% increase in energy input. So, if an 100 mile per hour arm becomes an 110 mile per hour arm with momentum, what happens when the fastest arm in history adds momentum? Well, if Aroldis Chapman, who threw 105.8 on the mound, had a 22% increase in his energy output, this is what his velocity would look like compared to the second fastest position player throw ever.
Jackson Merrill driving in the game first run, and Machado motoring it around to get in.
Hey, this is what makes...
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But I actually made a graph of every position player that had been clocked over 100 miles per hour in their career. Surprisingly, many players have done this, and at the top here we have Cruz, Acuña, and Doyle. Except we forgot about Aroldis Chapman. Yeah, there he is. His hypothetical throw would be 116.9 miles per hour with a regulation baseball. At that speed, Chapman breaks the entire outfield velocity leaderboard. His hypothetical throw isn't just first, it's off the scale. This just goes to show that even though these players can all throw above 100 miles per hour, there's a big difference between outfielder velocity and pitcher velocity. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it here, please like and subscribe. It helps out so much for the algorithm, especially for a small channel like this one. See you in my next video.